Hello, my name is Jacob Darrow, and I did my project on the Native American education system. So to start, basically the issue that I found was that the system's failing compared to everywhere else in the nation, specifically for the Native American students. Their test scores are extremely low, their dropout rate is extremely high, uh, and overall the system is just not working. So when I went into this, I figured it must be the schools themselves. They're not providing good faculty programs, extracurriculars that are not leading these students to a better life. But as I went through the IDEOs, I kind of realized and actually found out a lot more than I thought to even know. So first, I started with secondary research from my Learn. I just found a bunch of statistics that basically said that the system wasn't doing well. Something was wrong, uh, which I already knew. Didn't really show me any solutions though. So then I looked and I came up with shadowing. So I actually worked at a Native American casino for 3 months as a summer job a couple years ago, a few years ago, and kind of reflected on my experience there and kind of what I saw. I saw a lot of adult Native American people working there who squandered their money a lot, went paycheck to paycheck, just went back to the casino and spent it, drank a lot. And so when I really reflected on that and thought, and I worked with kids too, uh, that these people have children that are going to school, and really what the home life is like can't be good. So I kind of started to think maybe it's not the school itself, but maybe it's kind of a home life issue. That maybe there's no motivation or real anything good for these kids happening. And so for the ask, I actually interviewed one of my old coworkers, a friend that I keep good contact with, Keldon. He went through the system, the Native American education system. He did well in it. He said, but the thing was, is he had good parents, he had a good family, they all supported each other and had good motivation. They went through school fine. But he talked about what they realized was that it wasn't. They noticed these kids who were dropping out. They knew that this was happening. There's a lot of people dropping out. There was obviously low test scores. They noticed a lot of people going to jail, a lot of kids bouncing in and out of crime, and those also who joined the military. And they said that what they had noticed was it wasn't the schools. They said the schools were fine, the faculty was fine, all those programs were great. They said what was happening was they noticed a lot of these families that these kids were with were not in the best shape, and not leading by the best example, as I kind of thought before when I reflected back. And in some cases, there's domestic violence, and it's pretty heartbreaking, honestly. But so I slowly realized what I really learned was that the issue isn't the school, it's the families that these kids are growing up in. Um, so for my try, I did kind of scenario testing with Keldon and his family, who I interviewed, and what they thought. And what we kind of came up together with was that there needs to be a system uh, which uses social workers. I think that's the real issue is the home life, and there's really one way to fix that is social workers. It's not going to be the on campus counselors. So I kind of bounced off and figured out with them that there should be a better system implemented, better funding for it too. I'm sure there could be more funding for it, where each school has a social worker who kind of goes from home to home to these families who are obviously struggling and these students are not doing well. So that's my solution. Is it needs to be that would be the fix. Is my best idea is just a social worker who goes home to home and really shows these kids what potential they have and gives them some motivation that says like, look, what like it's gonna hurt to do this process. I guarantee it. But these kids need to learn that the life their parents are leading isn't exactly what they could have. They could have so much more if they just put a little effort into school and graduated. And what college it gets you off the reservation, gets you into a whole new life. So I think that would be the best way to do it, overall. So just a little funding and some more programs to help out these families rather than the school. It's not the school's fault.